Let's take you to Masego in Alexandra, I understand, this morning following the looting and protest there. There you are, Masego. I see you're off camera again for safety. Tell me what's happening.
Gareth, finally the police have moved here. They've been shooting at the protesters with rubber bullets and stuff. So we're just going to walk along. As you can see, we're safe with the police. So I'm right next to the police. I'm on their side. I've got the bulletproof vest on as well as the helmet. So this time I'm feeling a bit safe. But as you can see, this looter being warned by police, he's got a gun in his hand. So we just started seeing chaos from a bit of a distance. As you can see, that woman was trying to take the groceries that she had looted, but police obviously took it away from her very quickly. So finally the police in Alexandra and Bramley have started to work here in Alexandra. So we're just going to walk for you here, Gareth. As you can see, those who were looting are running. They are running in many opposite directions. Some of them we actually left behind. The police are telling them to move away from the stores that they started looting. Some of them still have the stuff that they looted in their hand. As you can see, this woman, they are warning her and telling her to leave the stuff that she had stolen on the ground. Here's another woman who's trying to take all the things that she had stolen. And so very chaotic here in Alexandra, Gareth. And you'll forgive me, the bulletproof vest, I had no idea, is as heavy as it is right now. And with this mask on, it's also proving to be a bit more difficult to breathe. But we're following these two police officers in particular for now. But police are basically around everywhere. And what we know is that a little earlier on, we were told by the police that they found some people suspected of looting. Gareth, earlier on, they were suspected to have actually taken some groceries. The police actually intercepted them along London Road in a vehicle with a lot of goods in their vehicle, and they stopped them, arrested them, and went to take them to prison. So there has been some arrests already this morning here in Alexandra. So as you can see, people basically running in many opposite directions. They are insisting on taking the things that they've looted from the store. Finally, when you and Dumelo spoke to us a bit earlier on, we couldn't even get close to this supermarket here, this Freedom supermarket here, because it was quite dangerous. They were even fighting each other for the things that they had taken. It went from taking the groceries, Gareth. Very quickly we started seeing them take even the shelves where the groceries ordinarily would be kept. So even the shelves were then taken by residents here in Alexandra. So as you can see there, Pan-African Mall here at the corner, there's some fire that's coming out of that mall. So we don't know exactly what the damage is, whether there is a store that, for instance, has been set alight here at Pan-African Mall. But I think my colleague Teddy is showing you the crowd that we're talking about, and this is why we couldn't get too close earlier on, because they do attack the media once they see you that you're shooting. So we were the other side, there was a large crowd there, and now we're this side and there's still a large crowd, and they won't necessarily leave, Gareth. They are basically waiting for the police to somehow probably go away so they can come back. From our understanding, there's some of them who are actually still inside the stores, still hiding from the police because they heard the rubber bullets as they went. So this is the situation in Alexandra. Still a lot of looting. Very sad situation. I mean, yesterday you saw those visuals from Pietermaritzburg. I think some of my colleagues there, Ronald Masinda, was also in Durban. As the president was speaking about the violence that's taken place, people are still looting. Some of them actually looting even the blood service. So you just ask yourself what it is exactly that they would be stealing from places like that. But that's what's happening here in Alex for now, Gareth. Quite chaotic. People still trying to run away with the things that they've looted, still trying to take those things back home with them. But finally we're seeing some action with police. No soldiers just yet.
All right, Maseko, I think carrying that bulletproof vest, wearing your mask and that protective helmet as well, I think just catch your breath for the moment. Some incredible reporting and camera work from Maseko Rakhlaga and our camera operator out in Alexandra this morning. If you have just joined us, let's just set the scene as to what Gauteng and Durban and KZN looks like at the moment. Bottom of your screen, the KZN Premier, Sihle Zikalala, is briefing the media on what he's hoping to do to try and quell the violence in Alexandra. At the moment, you can see police have finally arrived on the scene. It's unclear at this point, partner Tumelo, how many police officers there are. I've counted about 7 or 8. But it looks like the moment the police do arrive, they're at least able to try and get these looters away from the shops. But you can see them gathering and now running again on the other side of the road.
Absolutely. That congestion and that traffic there, you could see cars just jamming there. So much commotion and chaos happening. And you know what, Gareth? These are malls and shopping centres that are quite pivotal in these communities. I'm talking Tembisa at this point, looking on social media. Busy Corner, one of the most monumental, iconic, places, restaurants in Tembisa being looted, the mall being looted. We're looking at Vosloorus, Chris Hani Mall, playing quite a significant role to the community there. Jabulani Mall in Soweto, Alexandra, Pan-African Mall that Maseko was alluding to. Freedom, that supermarket, Freedom, is one of the biggest chains and supermarkets in Alexandra. If you don't have transport to go to any other supermarket far outside of Alex, you know you can at least go there in a short distance.
Well, you can't now.
You can't now.
No, you can't now. Just by the way, you can see the briefing by the KZN Premier. My team just telling me now, the Premier of KZN confirming 26 deaths have been confirmed in the KZN province since the looting has started. I think our camera person is trying to get out of the way. I'm not sure if there's stones or anything being thrown where Maseko is. I think he is trying to at least just get out the way or perhaps change something on the camera. You can imagine having hundreds, if not thousands, of looters and protesters in the area. Obviously, they're trying to stay behind the police line. We heard earlier from Maseko, didn't we, that she was even threatened. Thankfully, nothing came of it, but Maseko Rakhlaga even threatened by those that they were trying to film and try and speak to, that they don't want the media there as well. So obviously for the safety of our colleagues, they're going to hang back as far as they can. But if you just are able to imagine, just past that red rag, about maybe 100 meters down that road, as you see the officer with his firearm drawn, there's a huge group of looters and protesters who ran once the police arrived on the scene.
And I suppose it wasn't just the looters threatening, our colleagues. Avi Wimtila showing us there, I think one of the law enforcement saying that do not come closer. We do not want the media even closer to the scene where it seemed they had apprehended one of the looters. So I suppose for safety reasons, we will continue to appeal to our colleagues to do the best that they can, to be safe. But you know what, with that being said, let's go listen